Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Magic Arena Run. Today we're doing midweek magic. It is on the edge, so this is where we get the last 3 sets worth of cards and make a deck out of them. So that'll be Wilds of Eldraine, Lost Caverns of Ixalan, and Murders at Karlov Manor. So only 3 most recent sets, and we'll be seeing what we can do here. Now most people probably won't have a good collection right away, but that's where this one recent card comes in. So we'll be doing Slime Against Humanity. Now, there are many ways to approach it. Legend VD recently did a video where he went green red blue. I considered just doing a green red version, and it did look pretty solid. For something a little different, I decided to go with the green blue version. See how this one pans out. So the premise here is just discard Slime Against Humanity. For 3 mana, you get to create a 0/0 green ooze creature token with trample. You get to put +X+1/+1 counters on it. The default is 2, but for every other ooze card or Slime Against Humanity card that is in your graveyard or exiled, you have to own it. You don't benefit off your opponent's Slime Against Humanity. You get additional counters for that. So normal gameplay route. First one's a 2/2, second one's a 3/3, so forth, so on. We kind of want to accelerate that a little bit, so we are running 4 copies of C Note Scout. Get a quick Explore. Use this as a way to ensure we have our 3 mana to cast our Slime Against Humanity. We also have Malcolm Alluring Scoundrel as a way to get some draw and discard going in. There is a bonus, like if we're able to do this 4 times, we get to cast the discarded card instead of paying the mana cost. So it's a good way to leverage extra slimes. We also have Chart the Course as a way to get some card draw and a little discard, and additional Jade Light Spelunker, because we probably will end up getting a bit loaded, and so we do want to have a way to get some quick explores. That said, we also have other options here. Our removal is literally just these. We're keeping it cheap because we want to be able to drop removal by turn 3 or turn 4. Though there are a few ways where we can get a good benefit out of it. Primarily, we're doing Malamute Battleglyph, so it's drop a creature, then drop this one, get a pretty big bite. Well, actually, this is still a big fight. The bite is hard hitting question. We don't get the bonus, but This one is just deal damage. It doesn't compromise our creatures. And as far as the mana base is concerned, you probably want to have just more copies of Hedge Maze, but I am running some Restless Vine Stalks as an emergency. Actually combos nicely with our slime tokens because it converts the base power 0/0 into a base power 3/3 if we can get this running. Also running a few copies of Scene of the Crime. This one is so that we have in case we start flooding out, we do get ways to draw a card. So this gives us a free option. And there we go. I actually ran this test with only just 4 removal spells. I noticed that I was getting a little bit more on the mana side, so I decided to just do a quick cut down to 22 lands. Might want to adjust based on how comfortable you feel. So this one, if we don't hit our 3rd land, it's bad. I guess I probably do want to mull this one. Okay, this one is much better for us. We get to keep. We probably... I guess I can keep these 2. Give up on the slime. Yeah, because our game plan is that we can go Restless Vinestalk Forest. Yeah, I guess we give up on 1 Slime Against Humanity. Okay, so this one pans out for us. Even if we hit a land instead, well, we hit a slime. I do still need to hit the land, so I am gonna bin that. And Malamute Battleglyph snipes that one right away. Next turn, we can probably do Chart the Course. Hope to hit the land, get things started. Do I want to discard? Probably not, so I am actually gonna just swing for reals. Our opponent might have a okay, no lightning helix, so there's that. Hard hitting question is an option. Yeah, so this is where we try to hit the land. We do hit our land. Yeah. Opponent not making any cheap mass makers. They're not gonna just have to do it the hard way, so they'll be dropping a ward creature. They'll be dropping a disguise at this point. So now I'm actually gonna drop the scout first. See what we hit. Nope, just another land. I guess I can go for Malcolm, but we might as we are here to do slime, so we're gonna do slime. Opponent could flip this up. Let's say make multiple dog tokens. So we're gonna see if our opponent drops a war leader. Well, they don't have the mana for it quite right away. Novice Inspector, always solid. Opponent hitting us, we'll take the hit. ETB's tap. So I'm just gonna swing with these two. Opponent probably has a combat trick of some sort, that's why I'm... So, but we still have to get it out of the way anyway. Or not. They have a combat trick. No, they don't actually. Okay. Yeah, while we can press on, we will press on the advantage. We probably should also start holding onto a few lands. Yeah, I knew it was a dog walker. This does open us up to what is that on the job, the +2/+1. So yeah, I have to consider that. We're more likely to eat some lightning helixes about now. Thankfully, our C-Note's inside source. Yeah, opponent is just gonna go wide here. The tokens having trample is such a big issue here. We don't have that. I think our opponent misread the board. And we can flash Malcolm end of turn, start getting some get some aerial beats that way. Yeah, slime tokens are Now the reason we were able to get this one really fast was because we were able to answer these two mask makers. Without that, we would have probably had some problems with it. Okay, might as well pop up the deck list as well. Yeah, and opponent concedes right there. We are this. Yeah, we were able to get the us having the first drop really counted as much there. I guess there is an argument that if we were on the draw, we probably would have just played the forest, played the forest, played the C-Note Scout. Took a bit of a risk there. Nice Emrakul. Okay, let's see how many more wins we can get out of this deck, and just let's see how many more slimes we're gonna cast go against humanity. This is now this was one concern I had when I was running the Scene of the Crime. I would just run into too many of these. This is an auto mulligan because we will not get any colored mana this way. This one is a much better key. We can give up one battle glyph. So it's turn 1 Vinestalk or turn 1 Hedge Mage. I guess we'll drop the glyph. I would have much rather had that be a slime against humanity, but dropping the glyph now is fine. Turn 2 will probably we will chart a course. when I was considering the green-red version of this deck, I was I pretty much had 4 Charming Scoundrels in mind. It was mostly going to be for the discard and draw card. So, hard-hitting question. Maybe a bit too hard-hitting. Okay, we hit our land. I guess I'm willing to give up the... Wait, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 mana already. We pretty much need 4, so I'm going to give up the Restless Vinestalk. So, turn 3, Slime Against Humanity. We'll assume that gets killed. Next one, Slime Against Humanity, then Heart... Oh, opponent going for Discover. What are they going to discover? Ooh. Now, this does not trigger Dissenting Goodness. But we now know that our opponent has Trumpeting Carnosaur as an option, so this could... I would have expected this to be mono red. Red white suggest Tintorius. So having hard hitting questions is actually going to be quite important. Yeah, okay, Charming Scoundrels, not too bad. We will have to take a hit from... We could snipe this Appraiser. We're not actually going for this one. We'll eat the cheap ones for now. Then we can eat this one. We can eat this one next. Also gonna see if our opponent has a way to respond. They do have multiple treasures out of this. They do have a response, I think. No, they're letting it go. Probably just a burn spell follow-up instead. I'm fine with that. We will have to hold this. We will have to hold this ooze back. Next turn, we'll most likely go Scout, hard-hitting question, Flash, and Malcolm. Opponent going for the demand answers. I think they're probably going to try to dig. They're going to dig for their Carnosaur. They're demanding even more answers. And whoa, they conceded right away. They had a pretty decent start, so I was wondering what could the rest of their deck be. I guess if they had found a Natalie's answer, they probably would have dropped it right away. I suspect they just they were trying to hit removal but couldn't hit it. So that was a nice win. We'll gladly take that one. It does suggest that our Jade Knight Spelunker could easily be replaced with, say, another removal spell, but I think that could be too many removal spells at this point. We want to have early plays. So this one's a bit of a risk. I can go, but I am gonna keep this one. Yeah, we did just slime. Turn 2, I can just chart the course. I could also go for Malcolm, but I probably want to do the chart the course just to be sure. Okay, we hit our 3rd mana, and we will discard another Slime Against Humanity. 3-2. Now this ATB is tapped, so we're not gonna get the one after the other sequence. Now we're gonna see how many removal spells our opponent has. I am willing to offer a trade for cards out of our opponent, because if they're just gonna recast this and cast it again, that's fine. But they probably want to have, yeah, Virtue of Persistence. Thankfully, we're not gonna be feeding our opponent that much. So knowing that, we do get to just play a regular slime with... Opponent is probably gonna try to ramp up to this. So we do have an interesting sequence where we actually have enough damage to. We do end up giving our opponent a land, so this does come into play. If our opponent has the board wipe, we are really it's really bad for us. We'll lose most of our deck, and we'll be running suboptimally at that point. Sharp-eyed rookie. So opponent's gonna start Aclasots. It's fine. This time I actually want to draw 2 cards straight, so opponent's gonna try to soak it in. This does have lifelink, but I do have to give them the land for that. So let's chart the course, draw some cards. I could cast this, but I'm just gonna start with C-Note Scout, then just drop Malcolm. Another chart the course is fine. Also, our opponent would not be suspicious because we could just crack this to the draw for a clue. Opponent could go for the Virtue right away. No, they're going for Gruff Triplets. Into another Dread Knight. Yeah, now's the time we cast this. So we probably will be on the defensive here. Yeah, we'll take 3. I should have kept the land up though, so... Never mind, we drew another land. Yeah, now our opponent has to take the... No, we also have to... Virtue of Persistence. Okay, we lose Malcolm, so no free damage. Opponent gets the flyer back. That said, I'm going to have to do a check. Our opponent could mass block this, end up with one, and start dumping a lot of counters here. Because I definitely want to swing with everyone. Yeah, Gruff Triplets is a bit annoying. Might as well crack this now. We're not getting any real benefits out of it. Yep, got flooded there. Can't really do anything about that. This is where I would wish that this was a... Now, I am forced to swing here. Because if our... Okay, so this we're gonna have to do some math here as well. Oh, opponent's doing some math as well. So I hit them for 7. Well, I definitely want to take out all... Well, I'm not gonna be able to take out all 3 triplets, but let's see. Equal to its power, so this becomes a 9. 10, 11, 12, 24, 15. Yeah, that was not... Yeah, opponent had really good blocks there. So, and if we go this way, it's 12, 16 versus 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. It's 16 either way. The only difference is that I'll have to deal with 1 creature instead of 2. So, yeah, we'll do it this way. Oh, and we actually get to wipe out all 3. Never mind. Yeah, but flooding is not helping us here. Opponent could cast Virtue of Persistence, though they just have the end. Yeah, we're just really badly flooded. We don't have a real out here. Yeah, this is And this is a good case for having good removal. Also, yeah, also the green creatures are quite solid now, so there is that. Opponent's gonna, yeah, this, well, we keep the island. Yeah, we're only getting a scene of the crime, get a redraw, but this is not really gonna. Yeah, we actually just flooded out. I would. I ran this deck through a calculator, and the estimated amount of mana I needed was actually just 18 lands. So I'm technically 4 lands over. So I could actually still do some more cuts. I'm guessing that if I were to add one more Slime Against Humanity, I could cut one more land. That's about the limit I would do. I'll try it again one more time, then I'll do some adjustments here. Yes, there are mana calculators that you can use, and whether you want to follow the advice on the dot or make adjustments above or below really depends on what's up. Anyway, Jade Light Spelunker definitely gonna go for X equals 1. There's no point casting this as a 1/1. You really want, well, there might be an edge case involving Battle Glyph. But yeah, this time we're definitely exploring here. We actually want to keep the Battle Glyph now. Reason for that is because we can go turn 3 Slime, then turn 4 Slime. Looks like green black is gonna be. I actually understand why green black would be the better represented one here. Yeah. Let's see what our opponent's tree drop is. But yeah, at least with Balglyph we can get ourselves a 4 into another 4. Trashing Brontodon. Well, the good news is we can eat that. And we got another Battle Glyph to make it work actually, so... Still can't get any real aggro. Well, technically I could just swing. At least this way we're getting some damage in. Next turn we get to do the same thing again. I am expecting quite a bit of removal though. Well, not right now. Also, yeah, with the lands that we have here, I am expecting to see quite a lot of basics. I guess a 3-color deck would probably have a lot of the Restless lands plus Surveil lands. In the Presence of Ages, ooh, you do... Ooh. Opponent does get 2 cards out of it. But you honestly don't... Oh, and or? Opponent dumped the lands right away. Opponent misread. You have to actually pay mana to give it hate. Our opponent misread there. You actually have to pay mana. Yeah, actually looking at the another capybara. Okay, usually when you have multiple copies of this, it suggests that Tiding Blade. Yeah, sacrifice. Yeah, I'm thinking our opponent might have had some mana issues, which is what. But yeah, just getting the lineup slimes is pretty. I was expecting a lot of removal here. Our opponent did not land this case. In the Presence of Ages really is I would call it the trap card. Trap in the sense that it looks kind of good on the surface, but I guess our opponent was going for our opponent was going for the critical mass of cards in the graveyard. They certainly made it, but their payoff was not the strongest one. Capybara, that was not the strongest payoff. Anyway, let's do one more game. Yeah, Slime Against Humanity, very simple. I guess this would be the easiest one to build around. Okay, so this one definitely like... I'm gonna go Hedge Maze, see if we can hit another untapped land. Well, we're gonna go Hedge Maze anyway. Okay, we hit another untapped land, so we definitely want to keep that up. Because turn 2, we're going Malcolm, and turn 3 into Slime Against Humanity. The caveat is that we won't be able to do Battle Glyph anytime soon. Oh, this looks like another Lost Caverns of Ixalan mill deck. This is going to be a self. Yep, self mill. Okay, we hit and scout. We're gonna swing first. We end up drawing that. We probably want to discard. Yeah, we probably want to discard that. Opponent is gonna get some free swings at us with the Dead Cap Marionette. We probably will just eat the Gorehound. Let's see if our opponent actually has removal though. Ghazi Inspector. Okay, so that's where our removal is going. That means we're not doing another... We won't be doing another slime unless we hit... We did not hit it. We have to do this first. I could swing with both. I probably will anyway. Yeah, opponent's just gonna take it. I could discard the scout, but yeah, we're just gonna end the turn there. Yeah, so Scene of the Crime probably not the strong. Well, we did get some free draws off that one. Opponent's gonna hit us for 3. No, they're gonna hold back. They're even holding back Marionette, which is fine by me. I am gonna swing first. Wait, maybe our opponent has something to say about that. Long goodbye. This doesn't have any active fate. I still want to swing anyway. Opponent's gonna take it. So we are gonna play the C-Note Scout first. See if we can hit the land off this. Another slime. Actually, no, this is fine. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna use the scout to pay for the slime. And that's gonna be our sequence. And that's gonna be our continued sequence. Opponent's now gonna need to have... Well, opponent did not have answers. They ran out of answers there. Yeah, this is pretty good to go. Definitely milk those slime. Well, take that back. Please don't flip that. Anyway, we did have a pretty solid run here. I am actually enjoying this one. I do suspect that there will be adjustments to the deck to take account for it. That said, the only real killer answer I can see for this is Deadly Cover Up, because that seems to be the one card right now that that you choose a card and exile stuff. At least the one that's available here. Let's see. Yeah, Deadly Cover Up. If evidence was collected, exile a card from an opponent's graveyard. So it's a very good way to clear out all those slimes. So I'm gonna do a quick check for exile a card. regular XL, a card doesn't really do anything. So Skullcap Snail doesn't do much. The unscrupulous agent, it does deny cards, but it doesn't clear them out. The end only hits creatures, so you don't actually get to take that card away. Yeah, it's really just deadly cover up at this point. It's Yeah, even Lord Skitter, it is a good way to race, but it doesn't reduce the power of slime against humanity. And that does seem to be, yeah, that seems to be the only way to wipe every copy. Other than that, that's pretty much the only this is the only one concern card. We might see some control. But we got two pretty good rats. Well, one is questionable. It's 4 manas. That's probably the only thing that makes it good. And and as we saw in that one matchup, there is with enough removal, you can actually overwhelm an opponent. Anyway, that's gonna be it for this episode, Magic Arena Run. If you like what you saw, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Turn on notifications and whatnot. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope to see you guys again next time. Take care. God bless. Stay safe wherever you are. Have a great week, everyone. Take care.